This is Keith with How to Build Your Own Home. I'm here at a future build site. Just put the sign in, and I wanted to kind of go over this. Again, I'm just a builder, just showing what I do, how I do it, that kind of stuff. And what you learn from that is hopefully some good stuff. This here is a home. Again, we're up in the mountains here. This is a lot that's filled with a lot of cedar trees, very similar to another lot that I've got cleaned up just up the road up here. But this here is a really neat family. I'll share some information about them down the road. But this home here is kind of what I would consider affordable housing, but it's actually going to be a beautiful home. It's going to be a home that's scalable. So this lot is a very deep lot, which I'll show you with some drone shots here. And a couple of things as to explain why we picked this lot. A lot of times mountain homes require, of course, a septic system. Well, that septic system is going to take up a huge amount of space on that lot. And so where is that septic system going to be? And I've seen a lot of mountain homes, they're forced to have to put that septic system in the front of the home, like in the front of the lot here, because of the elevation. Well, this lot's a better lot because it slopes at about a 2 to 3% grade down that way. So we're going to put the home up here on the front end of the lot, a little shifted to the east on the lot. It'll open up all the space in the back for that septic system, and then we're going to put the drive on the far left-hand side of the house. And so we picked it for that. Now there's a lot of trees here. We've already done the geotech and the test pit. I've got to do a 5-foot over-X on this home and then recompact it. But I'm going to probably do that as a 4-foot over-X and then fill with some city spec road base a foot above that, because as you see the road right here, we've got some washing out along the road here, and I don't want water coming into this lot. I've seen some of the houses along the road here. They didn't put them high enough, at least not for my specifications. So we're probably going to lift the pad at least 12 inches above the center line of where I'm standing right now. That's the minimum you really want to be. That home should be lifted up away from the street. So if there is flooding or high wash, and you can see that there's been some high water wash in here, you don't want it coming into the yard. You don't want it coming into the house at all. So that would help, and I've already talked with my geotech on that. But we're going to break ground on this in about the 18th of this month. We're going to start pulling out the trees. We're going to get a wood chipper on here. And we're going to just trim these trees and take out a lot of them. We're going to leave some of these up front here. This one will be trimmed off, a couple of these here, but the house is going to be up to the east side of the property over this way, and we're going to just cut a lot of those trees out. And there's a lot of the trees that are going to be over the septic system as well, so we've got to really get rid of those. And that's in the far back. So this is a groundbreaking for a home. We're going to call this the central home. But it's very interesting because 2 blocks up, one of my very first projects I did was an A-frame. I actually restored an A-frame just 2 blocks up that way. It had a ham radio tower really going right through the home. We had to cut that off and let it fall to the ground. And a lot of neat things I did to that home just a couple blocks up. This was way before I was a general contractor. I was a teacher during those days. And in the evenings and the weekends and summers, I made extra money by just remodeling and fixing things. So just two doors up about 20 years ago, I did an A-frame restoration. So it's very interesting. My career's changed. I'm a contractor. Now I'm 2 blocks down, building a new home here, and we'll go through that. I actually will, for my students that are in my program at howtobuildyourownhome.com, I actually want to create a whole section for this house plan. This is a very affordable house plan. It's a rectangular house plan. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2.5 baths. There's no garage on this, so we'll put a carport on this one, but I have a pad in the back where I'm going to actually try to see if I can't excavate that out and get all that ready. So in the event that down the road, they can actually put a garage with an apartment above the garage. So that's all part of the potential down the road. I like to think way down the road for families to see what they can do, because I know that they have family that may want to come live with them. And a lot of people are thinking like that. What can I do to eventually have my parents live with me. I think like that because I've got my parents living with me, and both of them need medical care. And so they're right there. I just walk through one door. They're in the next house next door, and I'm able to take care of them. I think that's going to be a big, big issue down the road. So I'm trying to think about that for this client as well, to have an option for that down the road. So this is Keith at a new groundbreaking that will be breaking in just a couple weeks. It's called the Central Project. Keith with How to Build Your Own Home. You guys take care.